Hello, I am your host, Judy Jewett, on the Real Business Breakthrough Show, the cutting edge, acclaimed show for spiritually minded, heart centered entrepreneurs, sales, and business professionals. I am thrilled to share our guest today. Our shows are 15 to 20 minutes long, just to give you some golden tidbits. So today we have Colleen Davis as our guest for 20 plus years. She has been creating captivating brands for heart centered entrepreneurs using her superpower. She steps into the shoes of your clients so that your brand reflects your brilliance, connects with your people, and builds your business. Colleen is on a mission to help entrepreneurs go from unseen to unforgettable by building a smart, strategic brand. Her exclusive brand in a day gets you noticed, gets you seen, and gets you business fast. And if you're looking to create or elevate your brand on a shoestring budget, Colleen also offers Brand Activation Lab, her small group co-creation 2-day intensive. Make sure you stay with us because you're going to hear more about her free gift for you. And make sure you have an opportunity to go to realresultsmap.com, and that is my free gift to you. So, with that, I would like to welcome our guest, Colleen. Hello, Colleen.
Hi, Judy. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. I know we've talked before, and I love what you do. I think it's great, all the wonderful things that you're creating, the magic for your clients. So, with that, tell us a little bit how you got to where you are today with the fact that you really do help entrepreneurs with their brand.
Yeah. Well, I actually went to college for design, believe it or not. I mean, there's a lot of people, most people don't stay on their same path, right, that they were in college. And then I worked for the Girl Scouts of Greater Minneapolis, and I worked for American Express as an art director. And then I launched my business in 1998. When I had a little baby at home, and I found out right after I quit my job that I had another one on the way, which was nice that I quit my job before I found out, because I'm not sure my husband would have been excited about that. But hey, we made it work. And I've evolved like everyone over the years in my life and in my business. And about 10 or so years ago, actually, it's more like 15, I really started more the path of working with entrepreneurs and getting more into the brand strategy. And really, my people are the heart-centered entrepreneurs, the coaches, the authors, speakers, healers, and consultants, who are, who serve those people, really. Those are more my people. um, and I still create, do the design. I work, well, 100%, I would say, on brands. So I help you, or make sure you're aligned with and know who your client is, who your ideal client is, who that person you want to connect is, and what your magic is. And then we take a big picture and we zoom in and figure out how to connect with those people through your branding.
That's awesome. Now, do you write copy?
I don't call myself a copywriter, but I'm pretty good at helping people put their content together. I have written some copy for people, but if it's a big project, I have some resources over the years. As you can imagine, I've created a lot of partnerships and, joint venture type things, or not even joint venture, just, people I rely on to help me with my clients, and I help them with their clients.
Now, do you build websites?
I do. And I've always had someone do the coding, or it's not even coding so much anymore, but do the production of it. And I actually just started getting into that myself, but I still have a backup, because there's some things that I can figure out, and some things that are a little beyond me. So I always have a couple of people in my pocket to help me. But I just started like hand creating like the websites instead of just, doing a homepage design and handing it over to somebody. I'm actually crafting these sites from scratch. And I actually like it. I didn't think I would, but I love it. So
What platforms do you use?
I use Divi for WordPress. So
That's impressive because I know that, yeah. Well, I should say, everybody has their own platforms that they're good at and what they can create. But that gives you a lot of different things you can help people on. And you're right, brand is so important to get out there for people to know what you do.
yeah, and the nice thing about taking it from, really the brand foundation to the website is that I'm I'm really massaging it as I go and making sure that what I'm creating, rather than all of the back and forth and so forth, that I am saying the right things at the right time and putting the right images with everything. It's pretty cool.
Yes, it is. Can you share in the branding process, what is the most important part of it that you can any golden nuggets you can share with that, or an easy way to maybe write the brand, or just something that's kind of like a template for people.
Well, oh, that goes perfectly into my gift, actually. I would say the two most important things to know is who your brand is, and I say who intentionally, and who your ideal client is. So those are the two most important things. I have a process that I created in 2016. I started bringing archetypes into my process, and I created my own that were, I mean, there was 12, just like Carl Jung, and they were sort of aligned with that. And then I found like I was trying to shove people in a box of an archetype, and I thought, wow, that's counterintuitive to what I do, because my whole job is to get people out of a box, right? And so it evolved, and today, and actually for the last couple of years, I created a process called brand essence. And there's 7 essences. I had 6, and then I got a download, and I think things come through me, not from me, right? And I got a download about, I don't know, 6, 8, well, it's probably almost a year now. This time, I don't know what happens to time. That I needed one more. I had 6, I needed 7, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, 7 essences, 7 chakras. And I'm not a chakra expert by any means, but it just suddenly occurred to me. And then I started looking at, what this chakra is and what this chakra is, and how they aligned perfectly with my brand essence. It's crazy. Each one aligns with a certain chakra. And but what I do in that process is, and I've always done this intuitively. I mean, I look back at things that I did pre 2016 or pre 2019, and I say, oh, she's a royal or he's a mystic, that kind of thing. I just know based on, what I created, what they are. But what I do is, and we do this in the brand activation lab, is who your essence is, right? So, and it's based on who you are, what your magic is, and who your client is. And you can use that. I have examples of, other big companies and little companies who are that essence and how they show up. And there's usually some commonalities, right? I mean, when I'm doing a brand, I may veer off course a little bit, but what brand essence does is it helps people, um, it helps them define their brand without me. So it helps them, helps them with their messaging. It helps them with their colors if they're just starting out, that kind of thing.
So can you share with us what the 7 archetypes are?
Yes. There's the ally, there's the charismatic, the guide, the luminary, the mystic, the rock star, and the royal.
Wow. Can you tell us anything about them?
Yes. The ally is connector. And I won't go into real depth because we don't have that much time today, but the ally is more sort of the networker, the connector. I would say as a person, I'm an ally through and through. My business is more of a R.E.A.L. So R.E.A.L helps people succeed. They're all about, success and status and, helping people get to be the leader of their pack, really. A charismatic is, if you know archetypes at all, a charismatic is sort of a combination of a jester and a lover. So they're the people who are really, really comfortable on stage and as the center of attention, and they've got that sort of they're a lot of times they're the relationship coaches, they're the actors. The guide is all about they're about really getting face to face with your inner child, I guess you would say it. They're all about they're about understanding and uncovering truths. So a lot of coaches fall into this category, as well as the next two, really. Luminary is, those are the healers. Those are the ones who are sort of the nurturers. And then the mystic is also usually a coach, but they're more like a sage. They're more like sort of that broad overreach of powerful, not one-on-one healing so much as more of the overreaching power or healing or transformation. And then the rock star is the rebel. They're the creator, really. They're the creatives and the rebels. They're innovative. They don't want to do things the regular old way. So that's kind of an overview of them.
So you can be a mix of a lot of them.
You can. And as a person, you should be all of them.
Yeah.
But when it comes to your business, you'll primarily fall into one. And it's mostly, I would say it's based probably more on what your client is seeking from you. Again, like I'm an ally, I'm a connector, but my business is R.E.A.L because that's what people seek out when they're looking for branding. They're looking for someone to help them succeed.
Yes, no, I completely agree. I really like the creativity in what you do, and you bring it to life. You can tell that you need the left brain, the analytical, the putting it together, and we need the creative brain, right? And so I'm sure you bring people to life, right?
I do.
So that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Can you please tell people I'm so excited you have a free gift.
Yeah.
Could you please tell the viewers and listeners what the free gift is?
Yeah. So if you go to brandessencequiz.com, you can take your brand essence quiz. It's just 10 questions. And then you can download from there. You can download a resource guide that gives you an overview. It gives you a sort of, what the chakra is that it aligns with. It gives you the tone, the style of your brand as a guide, mystic, whatever you are. And it also gives you some traits and some words to use. Now, I'm actually in the process of finishing up what I'm calling brand essence activators, which is more of an in-depth look into each one. But if you take the quiz, you get to download all 7 of them. It's just a 1 page on each. We will cover this a lot more. I'll be doing a webinar pre the brand activation in December, and we'll be getting more into the brand essence and what you are and so forth and how to use it.
Oh, I love that. I think that's awesome. Awesome. That is so wonderful. So how can people get a hold of you?
My website is intentionalbranding.com. You can send me an email if you want. It's Colleen@ColleenDavis.com, or there's a form on the website that you can reach out via. I'm intentional branding on most social platforms, except Twitter, which I don't really use very much. And And I think that's probably gives people most of the ways. And they can set up a connection call if you want at connectwithcolleen.com.
Oh, that's wonderful. Is there anything else you want to share? Any last bit of information before we go?
Well, I think, yeah, as far as the brand goes, so a lot of people think, logo on a website is a brand, right? And it is, it's part of your brand. But I really think, and you covered this, Judy, is that, it's the messaging, it's how you're interacting with people, it's how you're showing up, it's your Zoom background, it's everything. So I just keep that in mind. And it's not that, and I never say, don't ever go to Fiverr. What I'll say is go to Fiverr or whatever designer you want to use, but have a strategy, and that's what I do in Brand Activation Lab is I give you a strategy so you can hire anybody or you can hire me.
Oh, I love that. I think that is fantastic. I just really appreciate you. I'm so grateful you have been here today as a guest, and I'm sure people will be downloading your quiz. That's a great opportunity to fine tune somebody's brand
Yeah, it
because
is.
your brand is your
We have
calling
one.
card.
Right.
Like I notice your brand color must be fuchsia. Is it?
Well, it's bright pink and then it's purple and teal too. I just have
Yeah, because I see the
more.
pink in the back. I call it fuchsia, bright pink, but
Yeah.
I see it in the back and on in your drawers, and
Yeah.
then you're wearing it. And I've heard how important it is to have a brand color, even to wear the colors.
Yeah,
So
I had a client once, her color was green and she used to paint her fingernails green. So it's not that. I mean, it really isn't that important. I do it just because I like pink and it looks good on me. And it's actually my highlight color in my brand. My main colors, I would say, are more purple and teal and black. But this is the pink is the pop, for
yeah,
but
it is. It is. I like teal. I use teal also.
yeah.
Thank you very much. And I just really, really appreciate it. I want to thank all the viewers for being a part of the show, The Real Business Breakthrough. I hope you were able to pick up some golden nuggets today from our wonderful guest, Colleen. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy.